Hello, folks. Elio Souza again, American Trust Funding. As promised last week, Friday, the truth will set you free, especially on today, right? What a beautiful day today. Good Friday. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of thousands of comments later. The truth, as I promised last week, today we're going to talk about liquidity and the difference between many originations, right? We have broker business, third-party originator, TPOs, you have mini core, you have correspondent, you have banks, you have mortgage lenders, mortgage bankers, and you name it. But at the end of the day, we all going to package the loan and send it to one person, right? It's going to be the government agencies, or maybe if it's a portfolio loan, somebody that's buying securitized behind the scenes. But the most important thing is that I want to share with you guys how important broker is, and that's the truth on today's market. Broker is not suffering liquidity. Why? Because we deal with the main player in mortgage-backed securities. So our investors does not need to be suffering with this liquidity right now. I bet you loan officers, real estate agents, I'm sure you've heard it recently, this week, last week, minimum credit score 640, overlays. It's so many overlays out there that I don't even know right now. We have to know how to eliminate overlay to do a loan now because it's so many out there. So a long story short, brokers, it's so beautiful being a broker. Do you know why? We have a lot of options. And I talked to a few clients, clients meaning real estate agents, that those are, the individuals that really support us throughout many years. And they said, how come you have this rate, Elio? I said, well, what do you mean you have this rate? We do have the rate. It's here. Well, such and such and such and such and such direct lender, the rate is 1% higher than yours. What, 1%? I've heard it like 2%. We still have rates under 3% on a government rates. We still have low 3% on the agents, Fannie and Freddie. Not that we don't have overlays. Of course, there are investors with overlays. But a long story short, we have options. Brokers do have options. Many years ago, before 2008, before the crisis, everybody was doing phenomenal business. They just barely a 1003 was done, we are closing the loan. And ironically, if I'm not mistaken, survey, if I remember very well, survey at that time states that we had about 320,000 brokers across the nation. And we were, the individuals or the company that created this nightmare. We did not create nothing. That was not your fault. We are just pretending we are doctors. We just prescribed the medicine that was manufactured, fabricated by the big boys in Wall Street. You remember that? Goldman Sachs, Bernstein, Lehman & Brothers, Merrill Lynch, Deutsche Bank, Morgan Stanley. It wasn't the brokers. The brokers were not even in the picture, but they blame us. Former CEO of Bank of America says that the brokers supposed to be out of business. Well, I guarantee you my loan office is worth one or two of their underwriter, because we know what to do. We know how to package a loan together. We know how to have options. And our loan, statistically, perform way better than any in-house bank mortgage origination, direct lender, or mini core, or whatever. Look at today. They have, no options, pretty much. Try to sell a Ginnie Mae rate to any direct lender. See the rates. If it's not in the middle to high fours, maybe they are losing money. They pay, 200 basis points for the loan officer, their underwriters, their whatever. But they are taking the rate. Liquidity disappear, there is no rate. There's no money to be given them. And I guarantee you, even selling a higher rate, they are suffering in paying their personnel and their costs. So brokers, my friend, agents, loan officers, consumer, before you apply for a loan, even if you're talking to somebody that has been recommended by your father, your grandfather, your mother, or your brother, your sister, do get a second opinion. That's the opportunity. Get a second, a third opinion. Maybe call 1, 2, 3 brokers and see it. You will be surprised what the rates are out there. The rates is still unbelievable. Who is trading behind the scenes? That's the key. Remember one thing. Even if you go to a direct lender, at the end of the day, that note probably is being securitized by the same guy that I'm dealing directly. Who is buying notes today? Very few, right? You can count them maybe in 2 hands. And most of them, they see how important broker business it is. First of all, we are licensed, certified loan officer with the FBI background and the state background. You work for a state charter, federal charter bank, you do not need that. You're exempt of that. So it's pathetic. But the consumer, they do not know that. It is pathetic, but the consumer do not know that. Well, a loan officer here, not only they have to put a file together, but they have to structure the loan. They have to know from A to Z, compliance. I guarantee you, our loan officers are ready, has been ready. That's why we in business are on a 16th year. That's a fact. And again, for all the brokers that are there, not only America Trust Funding, but all the brokers that are there that survived what we had in 2008. Thumbs up for everybody. Thumbs up for us and always. We know how to originate loans. We know how to do loans from A to Z, from the compliance standpoint to the end, and put it the file for 3, 4, 5 years until nothing happened, because nothing happened with the brokers. Those brokers are unbelievable. And of course include our company, because we are here for 16 years. We get more audit examination than any other big investor out there, big banks over there. It's easy for us. We are local, we are here, we take care of our backyard. People that is in Washington Metro, please protect it. The brokers and the originators in your town. Stop doing business with outside company. This is what we need. You're not going to get anything better by going there. Furthermore, I guarantee you, they are probably there, but they have to use somebody here to close your loan. Because we cannot do anything virtually on a closing. So has to be local. Protect the brokers here, because the more we protected our own yard, the greener it's going to be, the better it's going to be. The loans performing better here than any other place in the nation. And I guarantee you, when it comes to fees, most of the brokers, or the brokers that know how to structure a loan, they have no fees on the Block A, because we do not need it to charge junk fees. Look at Block A of any direct lender today. My fellow friends, look at the very first Block A, called Block A, called either origination, junk fees, administration fee, processing fee, all the other fees that goes to that package. Loan officer, when you think that you're selling rates or selling that, we can get paid 200 basis points, you are making corporate. Corporate does not want you to know this. They want you to sell that, but they already have 700 basis points behind their rate, or 500 basis points. They give you 2, one for the underwriter, one for branch manager, and God knows what you have. Well, this is what corporate does not want you to know. Be a broker is the best way. You have options. You have way to structure the loan with a borrow pay or lender pay. And you don't have to sell what they give to you. You don't have to, this is what you have to sell. No, you have 50, we have 53 different investors in our books today. All of them get our business? Probably not. But a big chunk of them get a lot of business from us. So my truth for this Friday, today's message is this: even if it comes from your dad and mom, get a second, third, fourth opinion when it comes to mortgage, fees, and structure the loan. We're here, we're strong, and I guarantee you, the outcome, the results will surprise you. I hope you, had a safe week. We have one more, maybe 2 more weeks. We are extremely busy. Everybody's busy. I'm sure that those that does not have liquidity problem are very, very busy. We are busy, thank the Lord. And this week, it's a week for us to reflect a little bit more. It's a length that we probably, we never experienced before. I even miss my, moments of prayers, whatever beliefs you have. But I hope God bless you. I hope God has, compassion on us with this virus crisis, and everything got you back, to normal. Help us out, and help America. Thank you. Love you.